Hey everybody, we're back with another Humanity Sells podcast episode. We've been having a ton of fun talking about some awesome things, how to help digital transformation leaders elevate their brand and amplify their message. We got a fun one today. What are we talking about, Nate?
Today, we are just going to spend a little bit of time talking about the experience of marketing leaders at technology companies.
Marketing people, we're talking to you.
And how it's actually pretty tough.
Welcome to the Humanity Sells podcast, where we talk about the marketing revolution that's happening in tech consulting and how the best businesses are elevating their brand, amplifying their message, and selling more by being more human. We're your hosts, Brandon Triola.
And I'm Nate Nettie. Let's get into it. Now, I saw this meme the other day. It was really funny. It was like that scene from The Lion King where, like everything the light touches. But it was like...
I got to find it now.
It was like, hey, we're the marketing department. Everything the light touches is our responsibility. And it's like kind of true in a lot of ways. Did you find it?
I'm looking.
It's kind of true. It's that no matter what's going on in the organization, if product is actually not that great or delivery wasn't that great or... ops wasn't that great. Finance hasn't been that great. It doesn't really matter. Marketing's taking the brunt of it.
And I think too, like I really empathize. I never set out to be a marketing guy. I don't want to be a marketing guy. If you see me as a marketing guy, because I don't feel like I could live up to what people who have dedicated their lives to marketing. And I empathize with it because a lot of people that set out for a career in marketing, you set out for this career because you want to tell stories. Mm-hmm. Like me, I want to move people emotionally. I want to come up with creative ideas to get messages into the world and to help sell tons of things that I think are driving humanity forward. And I am going to advance my career. And you've put in lots of hours and you've put in lots of work and you've put in lots of years at lots of companies and you've worked your way up. And now you're at this technology consulting firm or at this digital transformation business. And you are tasked with going to get a bunch of leads. Oh. And you look around and you're like, how did I get here? I empathize with that.
Me too.
We work with a lot of these people, and they are brilliant.
Super,
they are not just lead getters.
Yeah.
They are amazing at managing teams. They are amazing at motivating people. They are amazing at coming up with creative ideas.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, the marketing directors and the CMOs at these businesses are also the best kept secret. They already have the most innovative ideas. And a lot of times, if you just go ask your marketing director, what should we do to grow? They probably go, make sure nobody's listening.
Yeah,
they close the door behind them and they will unload amazing, brilliant, innovative ideas.
But then the door will open and say, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Buy another list. Buy another list. Let's buy a list.
Yeah, I want to emphasize how difficult these roles have become recently because what you have structurally you are not set up to succeed. And here's why. So you have a lot of internal leaders or external investors setting goals for the business from a financial standpoint, and then working backwards and handing marketing a goal for leads. So you have taken one of the most powerful people, one of the most influential people, one of the people with the most potential to impact your business. And before they can even open their mouth to tell you how you can grow, you have shut their mouth and said, just do this. Just get me this number. That is... First of all, that's so hard on a marketing leader.
It's hard.
It's crushing.
Yeah.
It's like, where did this number come from? Why this number?
Yeah.
How do you expect me to get this? What status of why leads? What
10,000 MQLs by Friday.
Get it? That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with this is the way that technology sales happen now, and the way that it's going. With these there are multiple stakeholders at the table. Buyers of B2B tech are doing, 83% of their time in the buying journey is spent behind the scenes doing their own research, which means you have 17% of the time when they're actually talking to someone.
Yeah.
So if you're in their top 3, you get about 6% of their whole buying journey. So when you're tasked with coming up with leads, like you're not even thinking about how do we influence the buying journey. You know, you are just like, you are a task doer.
Yeah.
And the expectation doesn't match the environment anymore. It's very different.
You have a Ferrari in your garage and you're using it to haul mulch.
No, to get mail
You're
at the end of your driveway.
You're using it to go and get mail.
At the end of your driveway.
Yeah.
When it could be just ripping around town for you. I think that, the obvious problem that this creates is like you're stifling your own growth.
Yeah.
And the way if you are a leader who's leading a marketing person, or you are on an executive team, or you're an investor that is leading a marketing person, what you should say is, first, how do you think we can best grow?
Yep.
And then let them tell you, have a real honest conversation, a closed door, everything's on the table conversation about what they think real growth would look like. And then the second question to them is, how should we measure that?
Yeah.
Let the marketing leader tell you how to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
I know that that's counterintuitive, but the landscape has shifted so much that if you want the most out of the investment in marketing, let the marketing leader determine how to best move the business forward from a marketing standpoint, and then also collaborate with the marketing leader on how they should be measured.
Because I also guarantee you this, your marketing leader already understands the need to humanize your business and humanize your brand. And a lot of times they have the ideas already in there for how to do this.
But if you have just come to them and said, go get me leads, they don't have time, or they don't have even the opportunity to go actually move the business forward.
Yep.
Because someone somewhere, leads used to work, and so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
That's not a strategy.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is enterprise marketing leaders being forced to go to ZoomInfo and buy lists so that they hit a quota for their sales team, just so that they don't look like they're not hitting their goal. That's not
I need to hit
actually,
my quota so I don't get fired.
That's not actually moving the business forward.
Yeah.
That's a complete underutilization of the skill set.
And I just want to say, like, we empathize with marketing people.
Dude,
so
when I hear
heavily.
these stories, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not sleeping because you're thinking, how do I get 2,000 leads this quarter?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Your marketing people are your amplifying. They are your megaphone for your story. They are your megaphone for your best ideas. They are the key to humanizing the way that your brand is interacted with, especially digitally right now. They know what to do. They have the tactics. Don't just have a Ferrari in your garage and use it to go get the mail.
Yeah.
You got to find ways to unleash them and see them. You got to see them as more than just a lead getter. Because let's be honest, there's tons of lead gen agencies that do a great job at just going and getting leads.
Cold emails,
and
buying
they are
lists.
cheaper than a lot of full FTE marketing people. But what they won't replace, and what those agencies can't do, is infuse that human element and that ability to amplify creatively what your story is. Because stories are how people relate. I'm telling you, your marketing people are probably one of the best, if not the best kept secret at your company. Marketing people, we see you, we love you. If you have questions on how to go and talk to your leadership about this, Nate and I are really passionate about helping people talk through this.
I would love to help you sell laterally and sell influence up.
Yeah.
How they should think about your position a little bit differently. And if you're in the middle of changing jobs and you're interviewing, especially for senior leadership positions,
call us.
Especially for senior leadership positions, where in the job interview process, it's more of a discussion about how you're going to execute your role. There's a lot of that happens. This is your opportunity to set the expectation around how you're measured, and to set yourself up for getting out in front of the market and not just being reactionary to the market and being reactionary to business growth goals.
I'll say too, if you're the leader of one of these businesses, you need your marketing person to not be just a lead gen person.
Right.
Especially if you want to really humanize your business and humanize your brand, you're going to have a marketing person to put the stake in the ground, to put the flag in the ground, to be your bridge to humanizing the way that the world and your markets interact with your business.
Yeah, and if I'm an executive hearing this right now, I'm going, oh, so these guys, these brilliant marketing guys are saying marketing shouldn't be getting me leads. What a novel thought. No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that should not be the definition of their job. Your marketing person is not synonymous with this is my lead person. Your marketing function should be the main business driver of your organization. It should touch everything. It should touch ops. Yep. It should touch delivery. It should touch product.
They should be working with product teams. They should be working with sales
They
team.
are the engine and the gasoline that can keep all of the departments kind of chugging forward and innovating and moving quickly. But you reducing them to a lead person, only a lead person, is what's going to hold them back. And not to mention, I will just say just to close this out, what I have seen happen is that marketing leaders, extremely smart, tenured career marketing leaders, are treated like second-class citizens on executive leadership teams. Oh, let us go do the businessy business strategy functions. We will come to you and tell you what that is. Are you kidding me? Your marketing person probably has the keys to what the business strategy, the product strategy, the go-to-market strategy, the delivery strategy, the customer experience strategy, the CSAT score strategy. They have the keys to what all that needs to be. But you're going to relegate them to they're our lead person, and they're on the receiving end of the strategy.
So Nate, give me 2 takeaways. Give me 1 takeaway for the marketing leaders listening to this, and then give me 1 takeaway for the business leaders who the marketing leaders report to.
Yeah, so for the marketing leaders, the takeaway is this. We see you. We see that there are things being put on you that you did not ask for, and you're being measured in ways that make absolutely no sense given the current market conditions. But just know that there is an opportunity to impact horizontally and impact up, how to influence everyone around you to see you and your role a little bit differently and bring more efficacy to your position. And so for the second one was people leading marketing leaders.
Yeah, what do you have to say? What's the takeaway? So we got the takeaway for the marketing leader. What's the takeaway for the business leader that the marketing leader reports to?
Yeah, if it's true that we only use 10% of our brains, then businesses only use 10% of their full marketing capacity and the full impact of their marketing function. And you need to think a little bit differently about the purpose of having a marketing function, and you will unlock some serious growth for your organization if you begin to utilize that team the right way.
Because your marketing team is one of the main keys to humanizing how people relate to your brand.
Exactly.
Amazing. Well said, bro.